Hello guys, welcome back. So today I will be talking about how do you know what kind of nurse do you want to be. Once you start nursing school, that's the number one question you get. It's a lot of pressure if you have no idea what kind of nurse you want to be. If you already know what you want to do, trust me, that's going to change, because you might think you want to be a nurse for kids, but then you get into your clinicals and then you realize maybe kids is not really what I want to do. So I love that nursing school provides you with so many resources and you get to work with so many different patients that you are able to see what you truly like. And many people think that nursing is just someone that will work with sick people and works at hospitals, bedside nurse. But there is so much more than that. You can be a teacher. You can also work with lawyers if they are doing like criminal, I don't know, I read something about it which I was super interested in. There is just so much. So the number one question I get, what type of nurse do you want to be? And I honestly feel that this could change because, like I said, I'm still in nursing school, so I'm still figuring out myself and figuring out what I truly love. But I do have an idea of what I want to do, and I have so many plans for this specific thing that I'm so very excited. But the type of nurse that I want to be is I want to be an aesthetic nurse. I always love the beauty industry. I've always loved makeup. I've always loved facials. I actually started doing makeup on other people, which it was not my favorite thing to do, even though I love makeup and I love putting makeup on myself. When I started freelancing, which literally I wouldn't consider that freelancing because I only did it a few times. Well, I actually did it a lot of times, but I was getting paid for it. I didn't really see myself doing that for the rest of my life. It was just not my thing. I also saw myself doing a nursing. I always loved nursing. There's something about nursing and beauty that you can combine and actually make an aesthetic nurse. So an aesthetic nurse can work at a medical spa. They can work at a health and wellness place. Nurses that do the IV hydration, or they do Botox. They can do Botox. They can do facials that they are more complex. Doing my research on different types of nursing, and I realized that I could working at a medical spa. It just blew my mind. This is really what I want to do. Now, I do have my questions sometimes, and I do feel that once I graduate, I definitely want to work at a hospital. I don't know necessarily in what type of unit, because I enjoy adults and I also enjoy kids and I enjoy it all. So I am very open-minded to where I will work in a hospital, but I definitely see myself working in a medical spa and doing Botox and doing facials and doing all this stuff. And there's a huge difference between an esthetician. Why does that sound funny? You know what I'm saying. There's a big difference between them and a nurse, because as a nurse, you're obviously capable of doing a lot more than an esthetician, and obviously the salary will be a lot more than an esthetician. Now, I'm not very educated in the whole topic, so if you are an esthetician, if you're an aesthetic nurse, educate me and comment down below, because I don't want to assume things, but I just know that as a nurse, you're able to do a lot more than an esthetician would. Yeah, that's the type of nurse I want to be, and honestly, I have so many plans, and I definitely see myself growing a business of my own doing so, and I'm just excited. I'm very excited. Like I mentioned, I definitely see myself working for a little bit at a hospital before I get my feet wet in the aesthetic world, but I don't know if I will do it for a long period of time. You hear a lot of nurse students saying, oh, I want to work with kids. Like, the truth is, you need to be a very strong-minded person, because working with kids, it's not like you're working with kids that are healthy. You're working with kids that are sick, that are dying. You know, it's very sad. All I can say is, if you don't know what kind of nurse you want to be, don't stress about it. Honestly, people are gonna put so much pressure on you. Oh, what kind of nurse you want to be? But don't stress about it. Trust me, the day will come where you are like, oh my god, this is what I want to be. And sometimes you might think you want to do something, and then you try something else and you're like, wow, like, this is truly what I do love doing. And honestly, I've heard many nurses saying, like, I worked for pediatrics for 5 years and then I moved to the ER. It's just so much better. Like, I love the emergency room. So even as a working nurse, you will realize that maybe what you thought you love is not really what you love, and you know what I mean. I think nursing is such a complex career, but what I love the most is that you're able to do so much and work in so many areas. I can definitely make a video for you guys of the type of nursing jobs there are out there. It will literally blow your mind, because it definitely blew mine, because I just thought the nurses only worked at hospitals. I know it sounds so ignorant of me, but that's what I thought, and that was okay with me at the time. But then when I started expanding and when I started doing my research and educating myself, I was like, oh my god, like there's so much going on, and it's just so exciting that I chose a career that I'm able to do so much with. But yeah, my number one tip will be to not stress about it. Really enjoy nursing school. Once you get to your clinicals and you get to experience the different types of nursing, then you might be able to get an idea of what you want to do. And even if you graduate and you still don't know, don't stress about it. Get a job, and maybe then you'll find what you really like doing. If you guys are interested in knowing more what an aesthetic nurse is, definitely leave me a comment down below, because it's such a cool career that I am just so fascinated. Definitely let me know, and I will make a video all what an aesthetic nurse does and how much they get paid and all the things behind aesthetic nursing. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was not all over the place, because I was so excited to tell you guys what I wanted to do that I was like but yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah.